Moving on, we're winding down the last couple of days of this Proverbs 31 Bible study, and it's a little bit bittersweet to know that we're almost done. I'm almost done. It's been so good for me, so eye-opening, so convicting. It's just really made me stop and think about Proverbs 31 totally different. And I didn't know how much it was going to change me when I started this. And so, I'm not going to lie, my husband and I have had some, discussions since I started this. And I reflect back and I stop and think back to this study before I respond, and I try to. And it's just totally changed my thought process, y'all. It's been so good for me. So I hope it's encouraged you. I know I've had some people reach out and say it's encouraged them, and some of them have blown me away. Like I didn't know I had that kind of, I don't want to say power, maybe influence. I don't know. I want to encourage, and to find out I have is a blessing. So Proverbs chapter 31, verse 30 today. And it says, Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. And it seemed pretty self-explanatory, pretty black and white. Didn't really seem like it needed a whole lot of explanation. And I started to just go with that. And I was like, no, you can't do this. You've got to look into this a little bit deeper. So I looked up the word favor. And it says approval, support, liking someone or something. And it was when the word liking, it hit me. Like, the day and age that we live in, social media, it's all about the likes. It's all about the support. Social media has just ingrained in us this need to feel approved, a need to feel liked, a need to feel accepted by society. And I kind of had to take a step back after I read this, because it says it's deceitful. So favor, which is the approval, support, liking, it says it's deceitful. And hello, social media is our best friend and our worst enemy all at the same time, because you and I know that all it takes is someone screenshotting your worst moment, sharing something and changing the context of it. All it takes is for someone to just be having a bad day and to kind of turn on you on social media, and like your reputation, even not just on social media, but your reputation in real life can be gone in an instant. So I'm sitting here knowing that every day, or at least 5 days a week, I usually get on here and I open up my heart. I'm very open and vulnerable, and maybe I share too much in the opinions of some people, but I'm doing what's comfortable for me and my family. So I hope my stuff is not burning. My dinner's not burning. Anyhow, it just made me aware all over again that what does it take to build a channel? Likes, approvals, favor. It takes that favor that I've been warned. We have been warned. Favor is deceitful. And it just kind of, I don't know, it just said a little different. Now, if you look at the Amplified Bible, it has taken out the word favor, and it has in its place used charm and grace. Not sure why. Okay, so I'm not really sure why the Amplified Bible used charm and grace. I looked up charm, which is the power or quality of giving delight. Grace is free, unmerited favor of God, divinely given talent or blessing. And to me, those words don't really exchange well with favor. And maybe I'm missing something. That's a possibility. But usually the Amplified Bible is exactly that. It amplifies the original word and changes it, expounds on it, makes it come alive a little differently. But they use the word charm and grace as being deceitful. I'm preferring the word favor. I feel like it fits better. It has a little deeper meaning, especially when you put it in the context of this generation, this time that we live in. So this generation just thrives on favor. And as I said, that favor can turn in an instant. It can become actually a weapon used against you. So like I said, this hit a little bit differently today whenever I read that. And I thought, in a day and age where likes and follows is so sought after, what should my focus be? The very next part of the verse is beauty is vain. Y'all, that's about as black and white as it gets. Beauty, my looks. And vain is having or showing an excessively high opinion of one's appearance, abilities, or work. It also means useless. So beauty, if I have too high of an opinion of myself and my abilities, which, Lord, I try not to, I become useless because I'm nothing on my own. I'm nothing without the grace of God. I'm nothing without the wisdom of God. I am nothing without the strength of God. So, it was just a really good reminder that myself, looking at myself in the camera every day, I am not anything special. It's not me. It is Christ in me. So if my words have been a benefit of an encouragement to you, it's not because they're my words. That's something I pray. When I prayed about this, starting this channel, that was something I prayed is I want to encourage someone, whether they're a young lady seeking as a helpmeet, seeking to be a helpmeet. If it's, someone newlywed, if it's someone who's been married like me for 25 years and just needing encouragement to get out of the rut, that's my goal. That's my desire, is I want to encourage, but not because it's me, but because it's Christ in me. Helping my son make cookies. So I'd take a break there for a second. Okay, I digress. The most important thing here is the woman that fears the Lord, she shall be praised. And I'm sure fear is not like I'm scared. It's not that kind of fear. It's the respect. It's the reverence. In the Amplified Bible did put this very well. They said the woman who reverently and worshipfully fears the Lord. Her life is a reflection of Him. Her life is a reflection of worship to Him. She's the one that shall be praised. So again, it's not about all her works. It's not about that she, yes, I know we're instructed to do all these things and, we're encouraged to do all these things. But when it comes down to it, the most important thing is the Lord. My worship, my life that I live publicly or even here at home is so much more important than my looks, obviously. It's so much more important than my Instagram following or my YouTube channel, my Facebook account. All those things don't matter. They're so petty. They're so, non-existent. They're not what I need to be focused on. My number one goal needs to be my heart for the Lord. And I want to encourage you guys to do the same. Yes, we have to do all those. We have to check all the boxes. We have our to-do lists. We have our things that we have to get done, that we know we need to do to take care of our family. It's just part of being a woman. And it's a wonderful, glorious part of being a woman. But in the end, what it boils down to is, what is your heart after? Is it after the Lord? And if it is, you shall be praised. Not that we're seeking the approval of man, but we're seeking the approval of God. So even though I'm doing everything I can to live for my husband, I'm doing everything I can, to please him, to submit to him, to love him, respect him. I'm doing all those things. I can get all that right, but if my heart is still not right with God, that's where I'm missing it. So be encouraged. Again, if you don't know the Lord, if you don't know them in this personal way, please reach out to someone. Send me a DM. I'm not asking for that just so I have messages in my inbox. I'm seriously offering, if you don't know the Lord, I can absolutely introduce you, and I'd be happy to. So if you do know the Lord, I encourage you, seek after him with your whole heart, and you shall become that woman that will be praised. So make him your number one, husband number two. All else follows after your husband and after God, and then your husband. Sorry. All else follows, but it all falls into place when God is number one. So be encouraged. I hope you've had a wonderful Monday. I hope you've had a wonderful day in the Lord. I know I have been encouraged myself just in reading this, and I just thought it was so amazing how God can take scripture from the Bible so many hundreds of years ago, and it's so applicable to today, especially to my situation where I can get a little too focused on those followers and those likes, and yet be reminded that's not what I'm after. My heart needs to be after the Lord. So thank you again for watching. Thank you so much for the feedback. I've really been getting a lot of feedback the last few days, and it is so appreciated. It's encouraging to me. And if you have any ideas for the next one, I don't want this to stop. So if you have any ideas, shoot them to me. I'd love to hear. Not because I am anything special, not because I have revelation that you don't have or something like that, but if there's something that I can learn from, like I said, remember, this has changed me. So if there's something that we can learn together, I'm the one it's crazy enough to get out here on public and talk about it. So shoot it to me. Shoot me your ideas. I'd love to hear what you want to hear about. We'll talk about it together. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate your support, and God bless you.